Hey everyone, I'm Emily and thank you for checking out my channel, Mama M. I wanted to make a video today based on my fears that I have of being a single foster mom. So, I want to be real with this channel. I want to have people know that I am struggling or what I'm feeling, what I'm going through during this process of becoming a foster parent and being a foster parent eventually once I have a kid in my care. So I wanted to make a video based on, some of the things that are, in the back of my head that I'm thinking about or that I'm concerned about. I think my biggest one is, what if I'm not a good mom? What if I'm not cut out for this? I know this is God's will for me. I know this is His plan for me. But, I always said, back in the day, but, a couple years ago that I will never be a single mom. I don't want that for my life and I don't want that for my kids. And it's not that it's a bad thing or I see single parenting as a bad thing because I was raised by a single mom. I just know that it's hard to be a single parent. It is not easy. Our motto was hustle hard, pray harder. So it's not easy doing this by yourself. And I know that. And that's like in the back of my head, it's like, okay, I saw what my mom went through. I saw what she had to do. This is gonna be really hard. What if I'm not cut out for this? Like, what if I'm not as good as my mom at being a single foster parent? But I know this is God's will for me, so I'm gonna obey Him and I'm gonna do it. But that's just a fear that I have. So I'm still praying about that, to get rid of that feeling because this is God ordained. And then another fear that I have is, what if I can't handle a child's behavior and I say something wrong or I do something wrong that creates a trigger for this kid and it makes the situation even worse? What if I do that? I don't want to do that, which I don't think anyone's first reaction is the best reaction because you're just in the moment and you just do it. But with these kids who have experienced so much neglect or abuse and stuff, you have to be extra careful, I should say, of what you do and what you say. So I don't want to say the wrong thing and I don't want to do the wrong thing in order to set a kid off. I don't want them to be re-traumatized while in my care because that is not what I want and that is not what the child deserves. So it's gonna be a learning process, but I think I can handle it. It's just a fear that I have of me re-traumatizing a child. And then another fear that I have is, what if I don't have a good relationship with the birth family? The birth parents or the grandparents, everyone else that's part of that child's, biological family. I know that sometimes when you first go through this process, the birth families are not very, welcoming, or, they're not happy that their child is being taken away or that they are away. But I don't want that for me or for my foster child that's in my care. I want a good relationship with them. I want to encourage them that they can get their kid back and that I'm not the enemy and that I'm only trying to help and I'm not trying to take their child away, but I'm trying to help you raise your child almost, like, in a sense. So, but I'm also wanting to encourage them as well that they can get back on their feet, that they can do what the court system is telling them what they need to do in order to get their child back. So my fear is that they won't receive me well because I am a single parent, and it's like, well, how can you raise my kid? You're all by yourself, like you have no help. So that's like on the back of my head what I'm thinking. I hope it's not like that. I know sometimes it will be, and it will be a struggle, but God will get me through that. But that's just another fear that I think of. And then another fear is, what if I don't have enough time for my foster child. You know, I am a single parent. I have to work in order to, you know, put food on the table, pay bills, everything like that. But I also want time to spend with this child, you know, make good memories with these kids. So I don't want to always spend my time at work. And that's what I'm concerned with, is like, what if my job doesn't work with me very well in order for me to get hours that I need, you know, to make the bills and make the money that I need to raise a child, but then they're not giving me enough time to spend with this foster child. I don't want to constantly make that child go to daycare or be around strangers, any more strangers than they have to be, because that's just even more, I feel like, traumatization to these kids. I don't know, that's just in the back of my head. It's like where I'm coming at, where I'm thinking. But that's another thing that I think of. It's like, I can't do for these kids like a mom and a dad in a family could, because I don't have that extra income to, you know, help support finances and then be able to afford to go, you know, on special vacations or anything like that. I'm gonna try my darndest, but I can't guarantee it. So, but I want them to have their best experience while they're in my care. I don't want them to feel like I'm just a babysitter to them. I don't want them to constantly feel like I'm putting them in everyone else's care and then they're only with me maybe one day out of the week. I don't want that at all. So that's just another fear that I have. I think those are the biggest fears that I have right now. I'm sure I'll develop more. Hard, terrible to say. But, you know, it's life. It's real life. And life comes at you at all different angles and stuff changes. So I need to be prepared for that. And I need to stay prayed up. So keep praying for me. If you guys have any questions that you want answered or discussed or anything, or you have any other video topics that you would like me to talk about, let me know. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to my channel so you can stay updated on my journey. Otherwise, have a blessed day.